Hello students, today we will discuss about the pattern of inheritance. As you know that this is the first topic of your BSc third year syllabus. So in this topic we will learn about how does the characters of the parents get transferred to the offsprings, what sort of terminology is used in this, and what is the pattern, and what is the probability of crossing the different individuals. So all sort of things we will discuss today, as the topic is genetics, pattern of inheritance. We know that what is inheritance? Inheritance is a process where the characters of the parents get transferred into the offsprings. You can see in this diagram, it is more prominent in all the individuals. Perhaps the mammalian, you get our genes from our parents, you can think them or blame them. Now, what is genetics? Actually, what is genetics? Genetics is the study of all aspects of gene. When we are going to study all aspects of gene, that branch of the biology is called genetics. And genetics, the discovery of the genetics, the credit for the discovery of the genetics goes to Gregor John Mendel. He bred 24,034 pea plants between 1857 to 63. Meticulous experiment using a lot of math discovered that information went to offsprings. He could predict what the offsprings would be. His research was rediscovered in 1921. So human have actually studied genetics for thousands of the years. Before Mendel, there were a number of scientists like Kol-Reuter. They were also doing the same experiments. Now the terminology that is used by the Mendel in their experiment, as we know that at that time there was no term gene. So instead of gene, we were using at that time the factor. So this is the major terminology that is used by Mendel in their cross, like gene, chromosome. Instead of gene, they use factor, chromosome, allele, dihybrid cross, monohybrid cross, genotype, phenotype, dominant, recessive, heterozygous, homozygous, segregation, independent assortment, autosomal, X-linked, wild type, mutant, and mutation. So how could Mendel predict what offsprings would be made? Genes are located, each of the chromosome pairs, you get one of the pair from your father and one from the mother. These genes are in alternate forms called alleles. The alleles separate into the gametes. How does Mendel perform the experiment? Mendel chose what pea plant he wanted to mix. He manually pollinated each pair. He conducted his crosses to determine the traits. What traits did Mendel study? So Mendel chose 7 pair of contrasting characters. They were like dominant and recessive. The first was the seed form, seed color, pod form, pod color, flower position, seed coat color, stem length. So these were the 7 pair of contrasting characters that Mendel considered in his cross. Mendel result formed 2 laws of genetics, law of segregation and law of independent assortment. The summary of the law: genes separate into each gamete. If you have 2 genes for freckles, one will go into each of our eggs or sperm. This follow 2 traits at once. Law of independent assortment: each trait is completely independent of all others. Your eye color has nothing to do with whether you have dimples or not. Many traits you will study follow this rule. There are others that do not, however. Now, what is law of segregation? You can understand by this diagram. There should be homologous chromosomes, so replication in interphase, then segregation of alleles, and ultimately the formation of gametes of parent 1. Similarly, in parent 2, the homologous chromosomes, then the replication interphase, then meiosis, then formation of gametes. Fertilization of these gametes will develop the offspring that maintains the purity of gametes. How does Mendel predict that 75% of offspring could have a trait? He conducted so many experiments that these numbers, although not perfect, are statistically valid. He could predict with great certainty how traits would be passed. So, during the Mendel, there is a rule of probability. Probability is the math of statistics. Mendel discovered that the predicted offsprings are like rolling dice, 50-50 chance, 75% chance and 25% chance, 3:1 ratio. When meiosis was figured out, then Mendel's law were explained. Why do you think this is the case? The Punnett square is a very convenient tool used in genetics. Determine the parent gametes. This may the most important step. Match the gametes into gametes and form possible offsprings. Determine the chances of each type of offsprings. Basic Punnett square. Notice that the mother and the father are both heterozygous. You can see the heterozygosity like TNT. You can see the TNT heterozygosity in this, the male parent and the female parent. Then the heterozygote TNT, selfing of TNT will develop the ratio of 1:2:1. There is 25% chances of the occurring. 1 out of 4 will be this. Now scientists use test cross if they don't know what the genotype of an individual is. What is phenotype of a purple pea plant, phenotype of white pea plant, genotype of white pea plant, genotype of purple pea plant? How can you find out the unknown genotype of an individual? So, during his experiments, Mendel designed two types of crosses. One of them was the monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross means when we consider one pair of contrasting character, so the cross will be referred as monohybrid cross. In this cross, when only one trait is situated at the time, this is the easiest cross to determine gametes and offsprings. When the two heterozygous individuals are crossed, 1:2:1 genotypic ratio and 3:1 phenotypic ratio. This is sort of monotype cross. So other examples of monohybrid cross you can see in this diagram. And the dihybrid cross, when we consider two pair of contrasting character for a cross. Now in this you can see the round, yellow and round, and green and wrinkled. So two pair of contrasting character in dihybrid cross. They cross together to form F1, and F1 when celled together, they develop a ratio like 9:3:3:1. So when two independent traits are studied at once, that is trihybrid. Notice that each trait is independent to the other. Can you see the 9:3:3:1 phenotypic ratio of the offsprings? Now Mendel studies basic dominant and recessive traits. There are many examples of traits that do not follow Mendel's ratios. These could not have been discovered without Mendel learning the basic foundation of genetics. Many human traits are controlled by a single gene, recessive disorder, dominant disorders. And then after the Mendelism, there was the development of incomplete dominance. So this is an example of how dominant and recessive traits may not be simple. The heterozygous condition actually has its own phenotype, usually a mixture of each parent. And this you can see in snapdragons. Many genes have more than one allele. They are referred as multiple alleles. So multiple allele, you can notice that you can be homozygous. This you can notice in blood groups, multiple alleles. So here is what your blood looks like. This is how biologists can find out what your blood type. It should be A type, B type, AB type or O type. So AB is always the recipient and O is always the donor, and A is and B are the other two types of blood groups. The environment actually causes some genes to express themselves. In case of leg structures, normal morphines, antenatal structures. So what do you think this is important? If species react to their environment, that means that species change with the changing environment. As we learn more about individuals and species and how they live in their environment, we also learn more about ourselves. So there are other examples of multiple allele crosses in rabbits. Coat color is the example. Color range from grey to albino. Now, after the Mendelism, it is thought that some genes may be linked together, and when the genes are linked together, they interact with each other. So one gene or a group of genes mask the other gene or a group of other genes. So that type of effect Mendel did not notice, but after Mendelism, this effect was noticed, and this is referred as epistasis. So one gene masking the effect of other gene, you can call it epistasis. Blood types may not always show the correct result. If there is a mutant gene, antigens cannot attach. A person may show O even though it is another blood type. This could cause confusion looking at the blood type among the families. So there are also different dominant relationships. You can see in this flower, then sickle cell anemia. So this is all about today's lecture. In brief, you should learn about the Mendel's process and then Mendel's terminology and monohybrid and diet. Thank you very much.